Artificial intelligence, or AI, whether it's tools like ChatGPT or voice assistants like Siri and Alexa, AI is here to stay. But how is it shaping our generation and impacting jobs, creativity, and even the way students learn? Hi! My name is Jaden, and I make commentary videos on culture, media, and kind of whatever's going on in the world that I feel like yapping about. And today's topic is AI. I'm sure you've heard a lot about AI in the the last couple weeks, years, months, whatever. AI has become pretty mainstream lately, and I kind of want to talk about the pros and the cons of AI. And there's a lot of cons. I actually have personal beef with AI. It makes me really angry as a creative person. I just it just makes me so mad, and I want to yap about it. But it's not all bad, because sometimes AI can be useful, but it is impacting us a lot more than it should, and I think we need to do something about that. AI, it's been around for quite a while, okay? It's not new. AI's been around for a really long time. It's just more so in the recent years that it's really advanced and started to take off a little bit more. And now we see it finally starting to impact people, and it's being implemented into jobs and taking away people's their positions at their jobs. It's definitely way more accessible. People are just using it all the time, whether they're using ChatGPT to ask a question, or if you've noticed on any mainstream social media app, when you're going on it, they now have an AI function. It will just pop up on your screen and it's oh, Google AI, or it's Instagram AI, Snapchat AI, and it's literally everywhere. You can't avoid it, honestly. If you go on any website, I can guarantee there's gonna be an AI, some sort of AI function on the website. So before I start harping on AI, let's talk about some of the benefits. What about AI is actually good and useful for us, in everyday life, right? Well, AI, for school-wise, it can be helpful as an alternate to tutoring. If you're a parent and you're trying to help teach your kids understand something, maybe you don't remember it because you were in school years ago, you can just ask the AI to explain it, and it might be a better way to get the message across to your children. Or teachers, if they're trying to help with alternate ways of teaching, they could definitely use AI to get a little bit more ideas on how to cater to specific students and what their learning needs are. You also see AI in things like Grammarly, as an example, that will help with punctuation and spelling and paraphrasing and looking for different definitions of words and stuff. AI does help with that. As someone who is dyslexic, when I was in college, I did use Grammarly to help me figure out where the punctuation is supposed to go in essays and stuff, because my brain doesn't understand punctuation, doesn't understand grammar. I can't even spell words. So being able to have that tool to help me figure out how to spell certain words or what the proper way to structure a sentence is, it was really useful. And in that sense, AI is really helpful. Or for people that have trouble seeing as well, AI can also, read out text to people. It's more automated, so if you're hard of seeing, then AI is definitely a useful tool for actually being able to hear what you're learning. Yeah, it's pretty useful in those aspects for sure. Another thing that AI has been helping out with is just businesses in general. It has helped businesses cut down on costs, because running a business can be pretty expensive. I don't run a business, obviously, but I know it's expensive. I've done marketing courses and stuff. So it does help by taking over some of those features that you're wasting your time on, kind of those projects that kind of get in the way when it's data analysis or typing up numbers and stuff, those little tasks that kind of just get in the way and delay whatever it is you're working on. So AI has helped a lot of companies with doing that and managing their finances and their marketing strategies a little bit better. AI also has been useful a lot on websites for quick questions for customers. A lot of the times customers will reach out to a company just to ask some generic questions, and yeah, you can find those on their Q&A page, but sometimes you have more of a specific question, or you want an update on your tracking, but maybe there's no physical customer service representative because it's a different time of day and you only have say 3 hours or something to ask a question. The AI chatbots are usually available 24/7, so it can automatically respond to your request and get you the information you need when you need it. This one I think is a little bit controversial that I came across when I was researching on AI, and it says it helps with creativity, for musicians, artists, writers. That one I'm a little bit iffy about, just because a lot of the articles I've seen that are like trying to be positive about AI when it comes to creative fields are they're saying it'll help you give inspiration, it will help generate ideas, but that kind of takes the creativity aspect away from being in a creative field. Like AI can write a song for you and it can produce music and all that, but none of that's really authentic music. If you're like, I don't know, like Girly Girl Productions, as an example, it's fully AI. People love it, you know, like, but the thing is, people know that that's AI. There's a difference between openly saying that this is AI, this is what I did with it, I kind of programmed it in this way, made it do its thing, versus saying, like, oh, I wrote the song, but it was actually made by AI, and they didn't put any actually, like, effort into producing something and making it more original. I was looking up a lot of stuff about Girly Girl Productions because I was pretty curious because, like, this is very interesting because like it's done by AI, the music is done by like it's fully like AI created, which is wild. But it's also like stuff like that. It gets a little. It's like in a gray area because like you didn't really do much to actually produce your music. You just kind of inputted it into like an automated system, and we're like, okay, cool, let's roll with this. The downsides of AI, one of the biggest ones is definitely that it is replacing jobs. I know I mentioned in the pros that it's been helping businesses, but it's also been causing people to get laid off from their jobs because now some positions can just be done by AI. You see it at like the supermarket as an example, all those self-checkouts. But like, if you ask anyone, most people hate the self-checkout. It's confusing, it's finicky. Every second, it's like, unsuspected item in the bagging area. And it's like, no, it's not because I scanned this item and I put it in there. Or like, it doesn't understand the certain like PLU codes. It's just really finicky. And like, every second, it's gonna like crash and it's gonna flag it and then you have to have a person help you anyways. Like, for the socially anxious, self-checkouts are nice because you don't have to talk to people. But that purpose kind of gets defeated when the system itself isn't that great and you're gonna need a sales representative to help you anyways because the machine is just being finicky. Or like certain products only cashiers can actually run through. Or like just sketchy people who just like take advantage of the self-checkout and will scan like 2 out of like their 30 items and be like, okay, haha, I paid for it, bye, and they sneak out. Like, that's not good. And just people losing their jobs in general. It's horrible. Like, I know some friends that have lost jobs because of AI. Like, they were in more like analytical fields where they have to take tracks, like they keep track of like sales and data, but now it's all just done by AI if these people don't have their jobs, and the stuff that they literally went to school for and worked for is pointless now. Those jobs aren't even real. And then just like basic jobs as well, like customer service. So much stuff is done by AI. I even went to like a sushi place recently and it was all just a machine. Like you put your order into the machine and then the machine literally brings the food to you. Like there's no waiters or anything. And it still asks for a tip. And I'm like, what am I tipping for? It's a robot. It's not a person. Like, I'm not tipping a robot. Like it's not a person. They didn't get out of bed and come to work and do something. It's programmed. It does what it's supposed to. It's just ridiculous. The next problem I have with AI is that it steals from artists. This one's a big one for me. AI generated art. It's awful because in order for the AI to actually get the artwork and produce something, it has to take it from something that already exists. That's how AI learns. It learns from pre-existing information that you're given it, and then it'll create something based off of that. So when AI art is becoming a thing, it's taken from art that's available online, and then it's generating those together to make an original piece, which is not original. And half the time the art looks really bad. Like, none of like the actual shapes or anything, or even like proper looking shapes. The people just look like blobs, or it just has that really, really fake AI. Like, I'm gonna have to describe it. Like, you can tell when something is made by AI versus if something's like actually made by a person. AI art just has that really weird, like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, it's just so like, I don't know, fake looking? Does that make sense? I don't know. And like, when AI like even tries to draw people, it just has that weird look to it. And like, it doesn't look appealing. Nothing's balanced. There's no like creativity to it. It's just so bland. And artists, they work hard. Like, it's not easy to be an artist, you know? Like, you have to put so much, like, time, effort, money, skill, practice. It's a lot of work, you know? Like, you spend hours and hours working on a piece of art, and then AI will do it in, like, 2 seconds, and it looks like garbage. And then there was this one contest, like an art contest, where some guy's AI art actually won. Like, no, nah, you should not win an art contest by inputting some like generic ideas into a chat box and then it produces something for you when these other people have literally spent hours and hours like making something physically, like whether it's digital art or like physical like paper media. Like, I can't. It makes me so mad. And then, of course, there's the copyright issues as well with AI. Since it's stealing art, it's not going to have any of the official sources because it's just jumbling everything together. So it's going to create something that could run into copyright issues, and that's not good because, like, also, how do you sue a robot? I don't think you can. Like, how does that work exactly? I'm kind of confused, honestly. Yeah, you can't really sue a robot. I guess you could sue the person that, like, used the AI to make it, but, like, sometimes they don't even know that it was taken from copyright art. So like that's kind of a confusing situation. Speaking of copyright, actually, that's another problem with AI is when students use it. There's been a lot of talk. I don't know if it's currently an issue because I know a lot of schools are banning like the use of like ChatGPT and stuff. But students are literally submitting their essays by just putting the prompt into ChatGPT and submitting it. And then some teachers are even having to use like AI software to see if that essay was written by an AI. Like, that's wild. Like, I cannot imagine. Like, it's so important to be able to like write your own essays and like in school, like you need to learn these things because they are useful in the future. Like, I get it if like you have trouble like retaining information and writing stuff, but you're supposed to practice it. Writing is a skill that you need to work at. And so many people are publishing like books written by AI and like trying to make money off of that. And it's like, where is any of the creativity and like the originality? AI will write stuff, sure, but like none of it has that like human touch to it, if that makes any sense. Like you can tell it's AI, and like sometimes the sentences don't even make sense. So what's going on with that? It's just, it's wild, you know? And then like with those students again that are writing the essays and submit it through AI, teachers have to use AI to see if there's AI, but then sometimes that doesn't even work either. And there's not really a full way to prove that a student used AI, and it can just be kind of murky. And then students will feel like offended, like maybe they did write something and it looks like it was written by AI, and then they're like, well, I didn't use AI.
And teachers were like, no, you did. And they're like, I literally didn't. See, like, there's no way to really prove it.
Unless like it's super, super like proven to be like AI, like it's just so generic, you're like, okay, yeah, that was AI, like no way that's real. And then like students can also use AI to like get fake sources as well for like projects and stuff. So like if they made a project by AI, they could also ask the AI like, can you give me some sources I can put at the end? It's complicated. The next issue with AI is privacy and data breaching. AI will hold on to your information. Like, that's becoming more of an issue. I've noticed a lot more like YouTube channels and stuff sponsoring like these like data safety like companies and stuff because AI is taking your information and it is leaking that information. I'm pretty sure I read an article, if I can find it, I'll put it somewhere on the screen, but there was an article where like someone actually like their information did get leaked by AI and then like somehow it turned into like some identity fraud kind of thing. I don't know. Or like they lost their money. I can't fully remember. But AI is taking your personal information, it's putting it into their system, and then your name, your work, your identity, all that could be used for someone else who's doing something through AI, or it could just be leaked, or like sketchy people could get a hold of your information because of AI, and it's just kind of sketchy if you ask me. So, what's my conclusion? Well, obviously, as I'm sure you could tell, I am not a fan of AI. But it's not all that bad. I think AI does have a place. It's just being taken a little bit further than it should be. We shouldn't be letting AI replace people's jobs. We kind of need humans. We shouldn't be using AI to cheat in school. And we shouldn't be using AI to copyright stuff and steal other people's work. That is disgusting, and you should never steal people's work because plagiarism is a crime. But it is useful in some aspects. I feel like it's one of those things that we like need to learn to use in moderation. Yes, it's convenient. That's why it's popular. People want convenience. People don't want to put in the work nowadays. But let humans do some stuff, okay? Some people really enjoy bookkeeping or data analysis and doing art and writing music and just like doing these things that AI is taking. Some people love being cashiers. I loved being a cashier when I was like a teenager working at a grocery store. I actually loved it because I love customer service, which is wild because I actually don't like people, but customer service, it's my jam. I love it. It's fun. So yeah, there's a time and a place for AI. It should definitely be limited to like what we can access with it, and obviously like your safety online is important. Don't be like telling an AI all like your information because it will take that. And then I saw this article even about like some AI like chat where like this kid was like dating the AI or something, and then I can't remember what happened. Did the AI reject him or something? Like he wanted to like marry it and then rejected him, and unfortunately he took that really hard and now he's no longer with us. It's dangerous, okay? So just be careful and be aware. Use AI in moderation. If you need it to help you out with some stuff or to ask some questions and kind of get a little bit more clarity, like maybe there's a topic you want to understand, it can definitely help explain some things to you. It can help you with structuring stuff and planning, but don't be using AI to rip off people's work or replace people's jobs because that's just yucky and we don't really want to do that. That's my opinion on AI. I would love to hear what your thoughts are. Do you think AI has gone too far? Do you think it's fine where it is? Do you ever use anything AI related? If so, has it benefited you or has it totally messed up your day? I don't know. I'm curious to know what your thoughts are. So please share those thoughts in my comments down below. I love hearing what people's thoughts are because I'm a nosy little gal. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!